Good morning, friends. Hope you are all fine at your home. As I promised you, as I told you yesterday, day before yesterday, whatever the time day was, that I will start another chapter, that is executive, one of the most important part of this section. So, what do you mean by executive and all? That today I will give you some introduction and some major information of the executive. Then we will proceed on, and I will give you some homework also. Except the apart from the written, you have to. I will give you some type of reading homework. Reading and learning or understanding homework, so that you can finish up the chapter and at ease, right? So now chapter 4 is executive. Now, legislature, executive and judiciary, they are the three organs of the government. What are? Number one, legislature. You have already done in 8th standard, 9th standard also. Legislature, executive and judiciary are the three organs of the government. Together, they perform the function of the government, maintain law and order, and look after the welfare of the people. These are the three organs of basically a democratic government, or at the end is a form of government. The Constitution ensures that they work in coordination with each other and maintain a balance among themselves, which they have to maintain the balance where legislature with executive, executive with in judiciary. They work separately, but they always work in coordination. That's why a government can work together. One cannot say that I am superior, I'm senior, others are junior, so they have to cooperate with me, I can't cooperate with them. So no, you cannot. All three functions, all three sections of the government are very important, but they are separate, they are independent, but they have to work together, they have to work with coordination. Like in the family members, parents, they have their own, father, they have their own job, mothers, they have their own job, children, they have their own job, but they are separate, but they have to work together. That's why that is called family. And same way, the government, right? So, in parliamentary system, India is having parliamentary form of government. In parliamentary system, executive and legislature are independent. I told you just now. Executive, legislature system in the parliament, they are independent, right? And in this chapter, we also discuss the composition, structure and function. We will discuss this composition, the structure and the function about these three main important systems of the government. When we will complete this chapter, we will able to know the distinction between the parliamentary and the presidential executive. Parliamentary form of executive and presidential form of executive. Parliamentary, India is a parliamentary form, but in India, Prime Minister is also there. And in the Prime Minister is head of the government, and President is head of the state. Prime Minister is also there, and the President is also there. Right. So what is the distinction between them? Now next is we will be able to understand the constitutional position of the President of India. Constitutional position of the President of India. Right. Know the composition and function of the Council of Ministers, what the ministers are doing, what type of council ministers do we have. We have got the central ministers also, we have got the state ministers also, we have got the independent ministers also. Right, cabinet ministers are very senior, like defense minister, like home minister, like foreign minister. They are the main cabinet ministers. Right. So in between, then there's the home minister. In the independent charges are also there. Then state ministers are also there. To know the composition, function of the council of ministers and the importance of prime minister. What is the importance of a prime minister? In every day's news, India is very much concerned what prime ministers say. It's not very often that what the president is saying, what prime minister says. And even Mann Ki Baat also, prime minister is there. Right. So in our parliamentary form of government, Prime Minister is very important. Then to understand the importance and function of the administrative machinery, how this machinery work, what this a parliamentary form of government, how they work. Now, what is an executive? What is an executive? In any organization, some office holder has to make some decision and implementation with those decisions. We call this actively or activity administration or management. But administration requires a body of top that will make policy decision or big decision and supervise and coordinate the routine administrative function. Right? We may have heard about the executive of big companies, banks, industrial units. Every formal group has a body of those who function as a chief administrator. So this chief administrator is a basically executive. You have heard CNC, right? That is same, and chief executive also. CEC, Chief Executive Officer, CEO, Chief Executive Officer. These executives are basically they used to take the decisions, main decisions. So they are the people. The word executive means a body of person that looks after the implementation, rules and regulation in the actual practice. I repeat, the word executive means a body of persons that looks after the implementation of rules and regulation in actual practice. So this is executive. Next video, the question will be, I will let you know the question, and you have got 2 pages to read. Today is Sunday, at least 3 pages to read of textbook, page number 79, page number 80, page number 81 and page number 82. 79 to 82. You have to read these pages and I will give you the homework so that we can know what you mean by executive thoroughly. I said thoroughly. Next video. Till then, take care and have a nice time. Thank you.